King Charles has cut Prince Harry out of his will. He brought him this on himself.
Started by asking him how he was feeling.
Pretty gutted about the decision. We thought it was going to go our way, but it certainly has proven that there was no way to win this.
So, a new royal decree just exposed that King Charles cut off Prince Harry from the Crown Estate's inheritance. And that's apparently got Prince Harry spiraling like crazy. To be fair, he has every right to because he is losing out on millions and millions of dollars. Queen Elizabeth left him a trust worth $90 million. But Harry dug his own grave when he chose to side with Meghan while dragging the royal family's name through the mud.
It's easy to forget just how damaging the Netflix documentary was, just how damaging Spare was, which was highly critical, let's not forget, of Queen Camilla, hugely critical of William and Kate, and how unwarm they were towards Meghan.
Palace insiders have been talking about King Charles making this decision for a while now. Apparently, a lot of higher-ups were pressuring the king to cut him out of the will. A lot of people in royal circles feel Harry does not deserve a dime, and they're leaning on Charles to cut him off. Charles wrote his will long ago, but certain family members and courtiers are strongly urging him to update the document so as not to include Harry. There's still so much animosity towards Harry. It runs deep. It's the senior courtiers that run the royal family's business and make the hard decisions. But they're not getting much resistance to this idea among the family. The fact that Charles is even considering this decision is causing Harry a lot of anxiety. And why wouldn't it? He's entitled to a lot of money. For those of you who don't know, he inherited $8.5 million from the Queen Mother for his 40th birthday in September 2024. He's still got about $80 million sitting in that trust fund. And get this, Prince William and the others hated the fact that Harry got his hands on the $8 million. William was not happy about Harry getting that money and even more upset about Meghan getting her hands on it. And they don't want him getting any more, which is why he's putting pressure on the king to change his will as soon as possible. There isn't a lot of time to figure this out. The royals hate the idea of Harry getting anything from the Windsors, so the feeling is that now's the time to put it down on paper. Now, according to sources close to him, that's exactly why Harry's been apparently trying to reconnect with Charles.
The overarching thing here is Harry clearly does want a relationship with his father, and I want him to have a relationship with his father. I really like to see that relationship heal, but time and time again, it just feels a little bit like there's this cynical undercurrent to it, which is that, is the whole attempts at rehabilitation and recovery, is it all just a vehicle for trying to get your police protection back? Because if it's not genuine, that is awful.
On top of that, Harry's reportedly going through a financial crisis right now. According to one report, the security for Harry and Meghan alone costs around £2 million every year. But they don't have the funds to write the checks. The couple's Archewell Foundation had more expenses than revenue. On top of that, Meghan started a lifestyle brand, as ever, but sales have been slow. It's why Meghan and Harry did that joke on an Australian tour as well.
All right, let's go now to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who touched down in Melbourne today for the first part of their whirlwind Australian tour, although I'm not going to call it a tour. Okay, they're not here formally as guest of government. They're not working royals. We know that now. This is a 4-day commercial venture to milk money out of Australians dumb enough to pay to be in a room with them. There's a little bit of charity work washing away sort of that brand image problem.
Safe to say, Harry can't survive without his inheritance. He couldn't do it before either. Remember when he moved to the States? Well, he did that on royal money. Here's what he told Oprah during one interview. My family literally cut me off financially in the first half of 2020. I have what my mom left me, and without that, we wouldn't have been able to do this. It's like she saw it coming and she's been with us through this whole process. And years later, the situation's no different. Harry still needs the royal family to support him. But guess what? Those around King Charles are creating a wall, making sure Harry doesn't land in the king's good graces again. There's Camilla for one. She's made it her mission to protect Charles from any sort of stress. And in her view, that's all Harry brings. It's now at a point where she's saying Charles shouldn't even be taking Harry's calls, that it would be bad for his stress levels and general anxiety. Some fans think she's doing it for her own selfish reasons. She's leaving it all for her kids, sets them up for life, hope the son won't blow it all. This woman was broke when she divorced her first husband. Marriage to Charlie was her come up. And then there's Prince William. He wants to block any inheritance for Harry from Diana's side. According to one insider, William is livid that Harry continues to profit from the royal family, both now and in the future, despite having walked away and publicly criticized them. He believes that loyalty and duty must carry weight, otherwise the entire system begins to crumble. And this has become a definitive boundary for William. He has told those close to him that if limits aren't set now, they never will be, and he intends to enact some heavy ones when he takes the throne. From William's perspective, Harry needs to face the financial repercussions of leaving royal duties behind. And that's exactly why there's bad blood between Harry and William right now.
An Angela Levin exclusive. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are hurt, worried, and angry with Prince William.
Yes, they're very cross and they feel that they should have been taken and told what was going on. Now, the discussion was, as we've talked about before.
As for why Harry's being cut out of the inheritance, well, it has everything to do with his actions over recent years. He practically burnt the royal family at the stake.
After this first year of quite a lot of recrimination, it's easy to forget just how damaging the Netflix documentary was, just how damaging Spare was, which was highly critical, let's not forget, of Queen Camilla, hugely critical of William and Kate, and how unwarm they were towards Meghan.
He even came for King Charles in Spare. I told them that I failed to see how speaking to Oprah was any different from what my family and their staff had done for decades, briefing the press on the sly, planting stories. Basically, he was calling out Charles for controlling the media while defending his decision to sit down for an interview with Oprah. Now, that's not something Charles would forget. At the end of the day, Prince Harry is in a pickle. And yes, the threat is very real. Sure, the line of succession in the UK is governed by law, such as the Act of Settlement 1701 and subsequent legislation, meaning it cannot be changed by the monarch alone. Any removal would require an act of parliament, not just a royal announcement, and Prince Harry is still in the line of succession even though he's not a working royal anymore. But like we said, there are a lot of officials who are pushing King Charles to make the decision. Some fans think Harry always saw it coming. As Harry explained in his book, he is the spare and was not going to get anything anyway. That's why Diana left him the bulk of her inheritance. She foresaw what was going to happen. The deranged royalists will never ever get over Harry's escape. All they got to look forward to is the cheating bald brother and his lazy, uninspiring wife. But that still doesn't change the reality of his situation. The only question is, can Harry change his mind? And more importantly, what is Harry going to do if he can't?